Good morning, friends. I'm Dr. Anil Bhoraskar, Secretary of Diabetic Association of India Scientific Section. On this World Diabetes Day, I'm pleased to address you all about the recent developments in management of type 2 diabetes. Last few years, there has been an explosion of number of molecules which are really very helpful to many type 2 diabetic patients and have made their life very comfortable and a control of diabetes more scientific, more rational, less troublesome, and without lesser frequency of complications. Formerly, what happened when we were students, we had only 3 drugs which will address the issues of elevated blood sugar, which will stimulate pancreas to produce more insulin and help to utilize this insulin in 2 important sets of cells. One is the muscle cells and other is fat cells, and will reduce blood sugar. But as the science progressed and more molecular science and genetic engineering came to rescue for medicine, we have now 12 molecules which will act at 12 different defects in type 2 diabetes. There are drugs now which will address the issue of producing less insulin. There are drugs which will also help you utilize your insulin in a better way. There are drugs which will also reduce the load of extra sugar on liver as well as kidney. Now, the drugs which have come up recently, particularly the SGLT2 inhibitors, they help you to throw away 180 grams of glucose from the kidney. That means, ironically, the very symptom of glycosuria of an uncontrolled diabetes is now used as a treatment. When you throw 180 grams of glucose, it does 3 things. It takes away the solute, it takes away the fluid, it reduces the volume, it reduces the systolic pressure, and most important, it helps you to reduce weight by 3 to 4 kilos. So, this advances in diabetes. There are 4 sets of new drugs: GLP-1 agonist, DPP-4 inhibitors, SGLT2 inhibitors, prandial regulators, prandial regulator insulins, alpha glucosidase inhibitors. They all help to take the load of sugar on liver, kidney, and pancreas. The pancreatic cells which produce insulin have been revived by some of the drugs. They are known as secretagogues. The ones which use the insulin more effective are known as insulin sensitizers. And particularly Indian phenotype, we call it an Indian phenotype, is a typical thin fat Indian. What is this thin fat Indian? At a BMI of 20, the waist circumference is 90 centimeters. Now this is a dead fat, white fat. It is not brown fat. Brown fat contains mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cell. Fat, which is white, which is a dead weight on human body, It produces free fatty acids and throws straight away to the portal circulation, and the liver is flooded with fat and causes insulin resistance. Ordinary Indian phenotype is the insulin resistant type, and in order to address the issue of insulin resistance, we have various drugs now which can reduce this insulin resistance, make your own insulin more effective, and have minimum side effects. And therefore, we have drugs like metformin, glimepiride, alpha-glucosidase inhibitors, pyrindole regulators like natagalinide, repaglinide, drugs which will act on a DPP-4 inhibitors, gliptins. And the gliptins are multiple: sitagliptin, linagliptin, saxagliptin, allogliptin. They all help to utilize your own insulin. There are 3 sets of alpha-glucosidase inhibitors available now. Empagliflozin, particularly as a prototype, not only addresses the issue of type 2 diabetes, but has also helped to reduce the coronary artery events by 23%. So it has a multiple roles. Diabetes and coronary artery disease are 2 faces of one coin. Hypertension is a normal association with the type 2 diabetes. All these conditions make a diabetic kidney vulnerable, and there is something known as renal cardiometabolic syndrome. So this renal cardiometabolic syndrome is usually seen in 48 to 50% of type 2 diabetics, affecting kidney, reducing EGFR at an early age, and the number of cases of kidney disease that we see as if the patient has got type 1 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes also has got increased prevalence of kidney disease, and now these drugs can effectively improve the EGFR. In fact, alpha-glucosidase inhibitor as well as SGLT2 inhibitors, initially they bring down the EGFR, but later on it improves the EGFR. And even if the EGFR is less than 45, you can use these drugs judiciously. Metformin is contraindicated if the EGFR is less than 30. Then the only drug that you need to use is insulin. Insulin also, there are 6 or 7 types of new insulins which have come. Short acting, ultra short acting, very long acting, and a concentrated glargine known as Toujeo, which can be given a single dose, and small rapid acting insulins like Fiasp can be given after lunch to prevent possibility of a hypoglycemia after giving a conventional insulin. So friends, we have multiple drugs, but it should be used with caution, and it should be used by the pundits in that line who have good experience. You should go to a right doctor. You should go to a center like Raja Hospital where there are a bunch of experts on these molecules who will guide you properly. And a judicious combination of a right diet, right fatty acid, right tablets and right insulin reduces the complication of type 2 diabetes and increases the longevity and makes the life comfortable and without any tensions. I thank you for giving me a patient hearing.